part one, it's Joel and Ellie, and you really only have Ellie for that one chapter where Joel's injured and she's trying to find the medicine. But in that chapter, it's incredibly powerful. You get a sense of her skills. You kind of realize you can't use the brute force that Joel has. She needs to be maybe a little bit sneakier and methodical about her movement, and you really start to utilize like the bow and arrow that Joel didn't use, and you're being more quiet, you're being more secretive, and that switch is really interesting. Then obviously as you get to part two, you're switching around a ton. You're starting as Joel, then you're switching to Ellie, and as you get through half of the story, you then switch to Abby and more or less replay those 3 days in Seattle as a completely different character in a different mindset, different location. And that's why I refer to it as the other shoe design. Is you really have to put yourself into those shoes. And going into that segment, like you're playing as Ellie, and you want to kill Abby. Like, you're really searching for her in Seattle. Your goal is to get rid of Abby, and you've played the whole game up to that point. And then you make that switch and you start learning more. You start out your play as Abby, like sharing this moment with her dad, and her and her dad are talking and conversing, and you realize, like, yeah, she really did lose her father there in Salt Lake City. And you start to build this empathy. And I mean, a lot of people just didn't take the time to do that. They were just like, no, to hell with Abby. I don't care about playing this part. But as you start to play, you start to build an empathy for Abby, as, quite honestly, she's building an empathy for the Seraphites.